Hi, welcome to my channel again. So today we are going to discuss about persistent volumes in Kubernetes and also how to add a persistent volume to a deployed application. So in this session, I'm going to explain this detail. So please watch until the end. And if you want to check out this blog, you can check that from this link, which I will be keeping in the description box. From there, you can access this. And let's start. What is a persistent volume in Kubernetes? So Kubernetes persistent volumes are administrator provided volumes, so we don't interfere here. So they have predefined properties like including file system size and identifiers like volume ID and name. So everything is predefined in persistent volumes. Persistent volumes are independent of the life cycle of the pod that uses it, meaning that even if the pod shut down, the data in the volume is not erased. They are defined by an API object which captures the implementation details of storage such as NFS file shares or specific cloud storage systems like that. So whether or not pod is running or not, the persistent volume remains the same. For a pod to start using these volumes, it must request a volume by issuing a persistent volume claim. So here, where our requirement comes, so whenever there is a requirement, we can request that volume by issuing this persistent volume claim. Simply, we call it as PVC in simple. So PVCs describe the storage capacity and characteristics a pod requires, and the cluster attempts to match the request and provision the desired persistent volume. So PVC will request the storage capacity and then the cluster match that request and provision the desired persistent volume. So here what we use is PVC that we create to request the storage to access that from the PV, which is persistent volume. So that is about persistent volumes in Kubernetes. So we can now discuss how to add a persistent volume to a deployed application. Create persistent volume in your AWS EC2 instance machine. So this is you need to note a point here that this is a persistent volume AML and persistent volume climb AML that I will show you after this. So you just note that this is the pv.aml PVC I will show you, which is where we are going to request some amount of storage from this PV. So kind you can see for config maps we have config map, and for deployments we have kind as deployment, and for secret we have kind as secret, same like that. For persistent volume we have kind as this. So metadata, this is the name of the persistent volume, and the capacity we have declared the storage as 1 GB and the access mode is read write once. Okay, the persistent volume climb policy is retained, and the path will be the mount data path which we will be declaring in this YAML file. This is the mount data path. So once we have created this YAML, then run this YAML to apply in the server using the kubectl command. You already know that kubectl apply -f, and this YAML file is the command where we apply these YAML files in the Kubernetes. So once it is applied successfully, now create a persistent volume climb which is to request the storage from the PV with all required configuration. So we just create a pvc.yaml file. So here kind you can see persistent volume climb, and the name of this PVC is this, which is declared under the metadata, and the spec is we require 500 MB storage and read write once. So here you can see we have declared persistent volume climb policy is written, that I will show you after once this got created. So once we have created this, we can apply the PVC persistent volume claim file in the server. kubectl apply -f and this, then we can see that persistent volume claim hyphen the name of this persistent volume claim, which is this, got created. Now make the changes in the deployment file to include all the configuration requirements to attach the persistent volume. So now we need to change the deployment file, YAML file, to include all the configurations to include this PVC which we have created. So here in the volume section, you can see here volume modes we have already given from where it should check. This is the PV details and this is the PVC details which we are declaring here. So this is the PVC name, the client name you can see here. From where it should take from this, which is a PV. So app data, to-do app. Let's see, this is the to-do app, the name of the persistent value. Yeah, this is the volume claim. So since we are requesting this from this PV, we have declared that, and whenever this value get called, it should take the data from here, like that we have declared in this deployment YAML. So then run the persistent volume claim file in the server, save apply command, then it will show the deployment apps, and this deployment is got created. For deployments it show deployment.apps, this got created. Now you can check the pods running in the instance. So now we can check the pods are running inside the instance, like this. So this is the command to get the pods, kubectl get pods. Now check the persistent volume running on the server. Here you can see kubectl get PVC is the command to check the PVC which is present, PV or PVC which is present. This is the PV which we have created 1 GB, and the return policy, since we have created return, that's why it is showing here as return. But here in PVC, since we haven't declared anything, then it is showing as delete. So that's all for today. This is all about the PVC, and thanks for watching until then. And if you want to check out this blog, you can check that from this link, which I will be keeping in the description box. And thanks for watching.